Automation should replace repetition, but not responsibility. When you automate the wrong layer, you hollow out trust. But when you automate the right layer, you make your people sharper and you make everybody else sharper around you. Now let me show you a simple diagram I put together.
All right, boom. This is my human-centered automation loop diagram example. In that automation loop, you're always going to have this trigger and your automation layer and your outcome. Now, some people forget the audit trail. Never forget the audit trail. You always need the audit trail. Draw a line right here. You add the human-centered part in, because if the system breaks, that human is there to pick up the system, and your job, your business, your workflow can keep working through if the automation layer fails. You always have this human here to be able to pick it up and help it out. For automation loops, you always need this trigger. Something boring has to happen. Either that, whether that's a form submitted, an appointment booked, a payment received, or some request filed. It could be anything. Something boring is just happening there. Boom, that moves it into the automation layer, where you're going to go in and have those rules or checks, whatever you need that automation to do. Perform that repetitive task. It's happening right here. It's sending that confirmation, it's logging that data, it's scheduling that follow-up, or it's updating records, automated for you. Now, imagine that line right here. That human decision point. This is where the responsibility lies at. Because this is not sending anything to outcome. That human has to be here to approve it first. That human has to be there to edit if it's not the way that y'all would like it to be. Then, once that human makes a decision that it's all good, okay, now we can move on to outcome. Outcome, that's where you're going to get your customer help, your record updated, or whatever that issue was that needed to be resolved. Audit trail. And you heard me earlier. I said people like to forget the audit because it's the boring part. It's the logs, all the reading, and the BS, honestly. But have to have that accountability there. Have to have those logs maintained, the timestamps recorded, what actions were taken or tracked, and if that compliance was met with whatever industry or business, whatever you're trying to do. Moves us into the ethics boundary. That line that I was talking about, remember? That line, it goes between this automation and the human decision point. Right down the middle of here. This is where responsibility lives. This is responsibility. Now, we're just automating the routine. We're just automating these tasks that take up too much time. They're easy, but it's just all the time we're doing them. It's repetitive. And we're going to preserve that judgment. We're not giving that judgment to the AI yet. We're not giving that judgment to the automation system yet. I'm showing you how AI and automation won't take your job just yet. But if you don't learn AI automation, which I tell everybody go learn AI automation, your job will be took soon and you'll be out here looking for something, because they need people that know how to make these complex decisions up in the human decision points. For this automation layer, make these type of complex decisions on its own. It's not, AI is not making, if you're allowing AI to make complex decisions for you, you're far behind. Now let's go down to the live example made from the diagram to show you. So what we got here, we always had that trigger, remember? That client books that massage appointment online for next Tuesday at 2 p.m. Automation system steps in. System automatically sends a confirmation email. It requests 50% deposit via a payment link. It schedules that reminder for 24 hours before her appointment starts, and it logs that appointment in the calendar. Step 3, that human decision, the most important part of the automation loop, is always the human. Remember that. Client emails requesting to reschedule due to a family emergency. Staff member, they review it, shows empathy. AI doesn't have empathy. Remember that. I don't have empathy either, though. Waives rescheduling fee and finds an alternative time. Step 4, the outcome. New appointment is confirmed. That's 1. Client feels value and understood. That's 2. Deposit transferred to new date automatically. That's 3 things. Step 5, all these communications were logged. Payments, adjustments, documented. Scheduling changes, timestamp. Result, fewer no-shows, 0 awkward back and forth, staff energy preserved for meaningful interactions, and customer loyalty maintained. Now, many people have these jobs where they performing all of these micro tasks and BS tasks, and it's just been too long for that. We've been doing that too long. So this is where automation and AI does come in. We wanted to take some of these smaller tasks and help us out, because this world is getting more expensive. And guess what? You ain't necessarily got to pay AI too much. Maybe you got to pay a little monthly fee or something like that for some API calls. But this is the diagram though.
Now, why did that diagram matter? Because most AI automation fails because it removes humans before the system even earns trust. Ethical automation scales judgment, not just speed. Old businesses already knew this with clerks, checklists, and even sign-offs. Now we're just encoding it. This is actually one of the frameworks I'm working on in my tech business and making an automation ebook for.